And welcome back, boys and some girls. Episode 6. We are gonna continue where we left up. I, as promised, got everybody the best weapon they can have. I level up to level 43. You can see Kisara, she's level 42, almost 43. She's gonna level up. I got all of the owls I can get here. I searched online because I got like full owls on every tree. And the game still says you have to get more owls. So I was like, what? Is this like a bug? No, apparently when we go to the next planet, there's gonna be more owls. So it's not my fault. You can't complete the whole thing just yet. But yes, we are going. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I got a lot of money. You can see I had over 300k, but I wasted it to get some good materials and good stuff, basically. But yes, let's see if we could just start this, or what's going on. I guess we're gonna have to wait in the camp. Also, I started this episode very late than I usually do. It's a bunch of stuff going on. Oh, I made him look like Luffy because he uses punching.
What is?
Pizza.
All this? When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegus? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a
Yeah, he
little
would.
shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegus.
It had to. It's the only way. There's no way they're
you
not gonna
maybe,
fight
but
back.
You're Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegus and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
No.
The people of Lenegus?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right?
They're
it's not
extremists.
just us.
Extremists.
If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't
Because
we?
there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegus who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Hold on.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to
Not
oppress us
everybody.
again.
Most of them probably,
Right.
because they're uneducated. It doesn't
Don't
mean they're
forget,
bad
There's
people.
also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegus. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissalma too.
We should.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns.
Maybe. Don't promise anything.
Shion?
Are you gonna finally speak?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, she's not. They're gonna drag this out to the end of the game, huh? What's going on? You all sleeping? Why are they sleeping sitting? Just sit in the grass back then. Lean on the rock.
Where?
Where?
Shion?
Ah. She's gonna stand on the cliff where I just stood to make the intro. No. Okay. Your panty disbanded.
Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
She's here, calm down. He's just so... Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? No, relax, dude.
Shion. Shion!
Why are you running away?
It's your thorns? But why?
Are you finally gonna explain? Now it's just one-on-one.
Okay. Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Come on, say it. Just say it. What?
Stay out of my way.
What? She wants to go alone?
Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
He's not gonna stop. You can avoid like one or two shots from her. Come on. I would run and just boom, tackle her down
Let you.
and force her to explain.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
She doesn't want to. She's gonna shoot him but in the shoulder or something. No? Okay, now you go to her. That's where you do a hug and say, okay, that's your time to explain what was going on. No, 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 don't mix everybody in this. Come on. It could have been such an epic moment.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed?
It doesn't have to be romance even. Just good friends.
I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
That you were stabbed.
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
She doesn't know probably.
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how is something
The ritual
like that
back
possible?
then.
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me.
Okay, how does that explain it?
I have no idea why. But my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before you're dead.
That's a weird angle.
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death.
Okay, so she's seeking to die.
I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, if it was real life, if it was him, and this wasn't the game, I would be worried. But because it's a game,
Wait, the whole reason you needed the Renaissance
yeah,
was to get rid of your thorns, right?
yeah. So she could finally die because she's,
If I burn away what's inside,
yeah.
then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
Interesting. Would you rather die or be able to not touch anyone for the rest of your life?
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans. Chose to fight with us, isn't it?
That's not a good reason, in my opinion. Hey,
And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
well, yeah.
That was the plan.
But now she doesn't want to die.
But then I met all of you. And
Yep, I don't want to die anymore.
before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well.
So if you die, everybody
It was only a
dies?
suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time.
But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis. When the wedge fell.
What?
Every day, I feel the Thorn's power growing stronger inside of me.
Hmm.
Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
What the hell? He sounded like a robot.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Should this...
To find the Renis Alma on your
Yeah.
own and sacrifice yourself to stop the Thorns.
But you wouldn't make it.
That's too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this.
I wonder if she knew it would happen before the
I wish
wedge.
we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Elfin?
Only living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Elfin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen.
Yeah, well, it's a game. We know it's not gonna happen.
We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Come on.
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
No. We're gonna find a different way. Don't worry.
Shion, what do you want?
She wants to live.
It's your decision ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone. No, you won't be alone. I'll fight.
We know you don't have to do the whole cringy moment that everybody says.
Count me in as
too.
well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
Now Kisara
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told
and
you
the
before.
redhead.
Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys.
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope. Huh? Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection
No,
to
not
the
this song
Thorns.
again. It's gonna be
The
copyrighted.
true
God
nature of
damn.
which I imagine we will
I'm gonna have to
discover
mute
as we
it.
make our way to
Sorry.
Lenegis and uncover-
You don't know what you lost because you don't have memory. What the hell do you mean? I wonder really if she knew it before the wedge, and then she would just tell us before, and we could just not destroy it, because even after we destroyed it, it did nothing. We still have to fight the 4 bosses, we fought one, the fire one, and we also have to go to Lenegis to, well, destroy everything. So it was useless to go to the wedge. I'm kind of interested, what would you do if you had to choose between, again, not being able to touch anyone for the rest of your life and being an immortal, or just dying and ending all the existence everything, just destroying the whole world.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the
Only
truth.
kind of.
What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
Yeah.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient.
Maybe it's
Let's return to when
Naori
we
or
found
something?
Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
Because they have been wronged.
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Hey, it's fun.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
We're gonna get the big picture whenever we're gonna finish the game. There is no need to worry. Just know it. Okay, she's over there. Yep. Again, Mom, you're almost at the end. Let's do the little kid. And then Luffy.
Can't sleep?
After
we
everything
can
we just
continue.
heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close.
Nah.
I
She was
just
hiding
figured
something,
that was the
obviously.
type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good.
No, but if she dies, everything ends.
Even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
What?
I know.
She was so alone this entire time.
I think I didn't understand
How
what
could
they
I call
mean
her a
then.
friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
Because she didn't
I'm
share
sure
anything.
it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her.
I really
When
hate
you
this
think about
character.
it,
Like,
We were
seriously
all alone
hate
in our
her.
own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives.
She has
I
very
hope
cool
Shion's able to
skills,
do that one day too.
but she's a very
No, I
annoying
mean-
character.
I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts.
She even has the
And
Karen
forget about our
haircut.
grudges and pain.
Rinwell,
Yeah, I just don't care what she says because she's so like, she says one thing and then she acts completely different. It's very annoying. Okay, what the hell? Oh, it's the ship, just that. Let's see what Luffy has to say.
Did you know?
you mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
Maybe you should have asked then, as I've been saying for
But
the
you're
last
the one
3
always looking out
episodes,
for
maybe.
her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Well,
Yeah,
good luck
with
to
all
us.
of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone.
Sure.
And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
Yep.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest.
Yeah, we
You're
are
your own
way
man now,
past
Law.
Zephyr.
And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, by the end, probably it's gonna all resurface. I am assuming we're gonna go up there now. We're gonna collect all the master cores again, right? After we
How
collect
you
them,
holding up?
Who,
final
me?
boss.
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
If only
I
he
just
did
want
it
for Shion what we
faster.
all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Okay. I mean, kind of what we expected. Like an inspiration talk from each one. Speaking about how amazing and how sad the situation is. And that's it. I guess we're gonna speak to her and on to the next planet. Right?
Hey, you doing all right?
The same as 5 minutes ago, I guess.
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
Yeah, but they enjoy worrying about you.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
Oh yeah, when you friend-zoned her.
No? When was that?
Yes.
Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought
Seriously?
of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two. And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends.
Yeah, but
It didn't matter that we were Renans.
you want to be more than
You cared
friends,
about
right?
us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
That's the part I don't get.
Shion.
If
But
she
then
dies, the
I
war dies. No,
realized-
that's what they said.
I'd only really been thinking
All
of myself that entire time.
existence is gonna end.
After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now.
Nice.
So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water.
We kind of just
I
need
don't
to
know how we're
revert to
going
the
to do it,
situation from
But I
before,
won't let
right?
the world end because of me.
It's kind of hard to
It's
touch
going to be a
people,
long,
but
hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
and cut. Yep. You
Everyone
say
well
that as if
rested?
there is like a chance.
Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Let's go. On to the next one. I kind of get like, I don't know why, but after I watched the in-between cutscene they made, they did like the whole anime song montage, which we saw this guy being here and some people in the rain and like the sad in-between ending thing. It kind of reminded me of a few anime opening, and I went on a rampage of watching like a ton of anime opening. And I was like, oh my god, my heart, yes. Felt so good and so bad at the same time. Like the sadness you get from seeing the opening of an anime you watched before and it has like a sad ending or whatever.
Well,
Then you
it's the
get
moment
whole-
of truth.
You get like washed by it.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
He didn't do it in a test race?
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
Sure, why not?
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
So the ship is gonna be called...
Not sure I'm completely
one drawn to the
convinced,
water?
But, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone.
Sure.
And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
Simple. First, we
All
need
right.
to
Then let's go.
give everybody superpowers. Second, we just have to, I don't know, wink and destroy planets. Simple. They even cleaned the ship. Are we gonna get like a memory section where he's gonna remember his like place over there?
No, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
I kind of want to go
Nothing
to
like
space
realizing
also.
how small you are
I think
to
it would
put
seem
everything
cool,
into
like to see
perspective.
Earth from that perspective.
Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there.
So it is gonna be, okay.
Think you'll be alright with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Okay.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
You mean like she doesn't want to die anymore? Crazy, I know. Who doesn't want to die? Is this something? No. I can see that I need to speak to those people, yes. But I'm trying to see if there's something else. And you're the last, as usual. Hey, you know what? Never mind, I don't care.
You okay?
Let's just do it.
Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside
It
of
is a cryo chamber.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there.
I guess this is gonna switch again beside the
Alphen?
camp.
Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that'd mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yeah.
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's kind of crazy,
That's
being asleep for
definitely quite
300
some
years.
lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the
Because
amount
then
of fighting we've done,
Uh,
we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but
you wouldn't meet.
Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes.
Because he just
I'll
died.
always remember him
makes sense.
fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now.
Yeah, for people
And
who are
those still to
alive.
come.
For
The
people
world's
who will
bigger
be
than just
born.
Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything
Freedom.
on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know.
The Red Mummy is not
But
going to be the
whatever we
final
find when
boss
we
in the
get
story,
down
but
there,
you keep
I'm
saying her
through looking
name.
the other way.
She's the final boss, she's the final
Sora.
boss. No, she's not going to
Probably
be.
getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
If there's going to be like a sad ending to the game, sad ending to to the game, I will be quite surprised, to be honest. Let's finish with the kids.
Hey, Alvin, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
Well, you
It's
would
a
have died
starship,
already.
Dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
It is pretty
Well, maybe
crazy.
you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
300 years ago.
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things
Again,
before,
300
Alvin.
years ago.
It's just wrong, okay?
I get what he's saying. It's like crazy to think there is like a piece of metal that you can be in space, like fly in space and do whatever.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
Since?
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis.
Yeah, but a very short
Dramatic
one.
no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well,
He doesn't care.
it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Okay. We just have to speak with this lady and we're done.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day
Yeah.
in and day out.
Fun.
Every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something.
Well, you kind of are.
Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse.
Huh?
Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
Then she
I'm
did know
sorry.
it was gonna happen,
I didn't mean
but
to
she
make you
didn't
relive
say
that.
it until now.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Because it's one versus many.
Are
That's
you
not how this
crazy?
works.
Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes?
Because that's destiny.
How
That's
is
how
that
this
even
works.
right? It's that logic that's used to justify
Why should the guy
slavery,
that ran
as if
over
some
by
of
the
us were
car
just
die?
meant
Because
to
he got
be
run over by the
sacrificed.
car. It's not fair,
The
but
struggle was
it's
never
what
about
happened.
saving
You cannot
only
change
ourselves.
it.
But that doesn't mean
Because
we
you
have to
say
give up
it's
our own
not
lives
fair.
to
Yes,
save
it's not
everyone
fair.
else's either.
So,
If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
he's just saying this
World-free
because, again,
sacrifice.
Philly no
That's what you've been
brain.
fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me, We're in this together, remember?
We
This fight is
all in
yours
this
too, Shion.
together.
If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Dahnan victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to.
Not sure.
It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Pam, pam, pam. I am finished, sir.
Is everyone about ready?
Yep.
We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Let's
Before
go.
we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
It's gonna
I'd
be
like
the
to hear more
same.
too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dahna. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society.
Wait, so
Its social
Lenegis?
structure is based on a strict
Oh.
hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Okay, so
Enough to
The-
determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
wait.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist.
Okay, so the
As
space
a result,
thingy
family
is
lines that churn
Lenegis,
out
right?
lords and their
Where all the
contenders
evil
wield
people are.
disproportionate influence.
And the other
And those
place
lineages are
is
treated
the
as
planet
nobility.
where everybody's kind of
Those
okay.
capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dahna even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Dahnan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
She was a test
Fair
subject. She wouldn't be that high in the
On arts
ranking
alone,
order.
You're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Also that, yes.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Yeah, he's not blushing.
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman,
In a
are
fight,
we expecting
yes.
to find her
it
on
is.
Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dahna, we need to take it back at all costs.
Did he really say the red
That
woman
woman's
is
got a lot to
connected
answer for.
to stealing
Just
the
as well
Renaissance
I've got
Alma?
the
She's the
tough
one who took
questions.
it.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
Okay,
If there are
bracing.
clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
I think maybe something is wrong with the pizza. I have a stomach ache. It is tasty, but I have a stomach ache. Oh, it's gonna show us landing or what? Oh, the whole crew. Pa-pa-pum, pa-pa-pum, pa-pa-pum.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Is there... Oh my god, it's on the side.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
Not yet, probably.
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
Oh, you think somebody's gonna fight us already?
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
Yes, we do. Oh my god, this kid
So
is
now
dumb.
what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if
Yes.
we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
Just
There is
go
an area
outside.
of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Man, he's a sovereign, so that's good.
Forbidden? What are
The
they hiding?
MC.
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst.
Yep. Let's
In
go.
any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
I don't know if you can hear the doggy barking behind me, but
Precisely. Alphen said
There's
that
a
he
dog.
remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman.
I still believe it's a puppet.
Hiding
It's
something
not
of that worth in the
real
residential quarters
person.
would only court trouble. In which case,
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Let's just go.
Indeed.
Start fighting. We're gonna meet
But
somebody.
it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Let's go.
Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. The capital city where she.
What is that? Oh, it's just to go back.
Who knows?
Oh, I can teleport back. Interesting. I still can.
That's what we'll find on the other side.
I was expecting not to be able to. Wow. Interesting. Okay, it's... Oh, right, it's the same soldiers. So they were gonna be low level, right? If it's the same enemy, then yeah. Lenegis. Why is everything burning? Huh? Are we gonna heal the guy on the
What in
left side?
world?
Below me?
This being
Down
Renin
there?
territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
the very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Oh.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live.
Yeah, they do.
These are their homes, right?
They don't care.
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Because everything changed place.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Hmm. Of course, it's the guy he
Avik.
played
I'm glad to see you're well.
played with in the flashback.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest?
I've come to destroy
And
this
these
place.
People
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana then?
heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me.
Hmm.
More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
There is
Avik
no
here,
sovereign.
Listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you
Why do you
possibly
care?
have there?
Trust me, the less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever.
Well, yeah.
I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
Faria. It's the girl who
No.
cried about the guy he killed.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
Yeah, she's right here.
I can well imagine.
Nope, she's not.
Why did you come back?
Oh my god, shut up.
You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
We have something to do, move.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
Doe? Doe? Huh? That's like a nickname for Dohalim? Funny, funny.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
Yeah, it's
They
just to
seem
show
be just as clueless about
that the
what's going on
government
up
is
here in their
evil
own
and
world.
everybody's
Despite the fact
nice.
that it's actually
All
here
the
that the wedge
residents are
originally
nice
came
and
from.
happy and they're
We need more
kind.
information.
They're just
Let's talk to the
uneducated,
citizens, see what
which
we
is
can find out.
kind of true.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danans poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You
Of
sure?
course.
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Danans
best thing
among
to
us should
do.
Probably keep our heads
Oh no,
down.
you can't
What
hide
if
him.
people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Yes. Oh, you're hitting the kids? You're bold. That's... Wait. Yeah, there's nothing in here. There's a chest. Strawberries? What is he doing? Oh, I think he's using... Aha! He's putting out the fire. Interesting. Hello.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
So that's how
You
they
really have
explain
no clue what might
we
have
need to
caused
fight
this?
Zeugles.
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed
yeah.
he was on Dana.
You did believe.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
I guess that's nice they don't ask questions.
As
You can
your
just tell them
lordship
whatever
wishes.
you want.
First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now, this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed.
Sure, keep believing that.
The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Well, he is not gonna win.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Every time I see this kind of hero tale, hero game about like a very long thing, people go to fight or whatever against the whole world, I'm always like, how can you do that? I mean, I would be too lazy to actually do it. Are we gonna use to heal them? Okay, she actually heals people. Thank you so much. Okay.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
It's the same guy. Okay. I was kind of expecting she either wouldn't heal or they would make a big story about this.
To finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
It's gonna be so generic,
All
probably.
red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah, I think you won't notice because
Yeah.
even you guys
What
didn't
about
notice.
down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the Lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I think for some reason somehow they're being forced to not remember her, or they don't notice her presence because of some weird low reason they're gonna explain. I don't know, we'll see.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
She's gonna be, oh Lord, oh the Lord.
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least.
We'll check it out, don't worry.
I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
Will you? Because I don't plan to come back.
Me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well,
El
we
Grinjo.
canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here.
No, they're gonna
Has it
hide
always
it.
been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything
Yeah, they
that's
don't want
happened to their
everybody to
city,
know what's going on.
the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah. That one guy even said his Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep.
Yeah, it's a belief. That's how
Nothing
they've
happens
been
devoid of a
raised.
reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
Yeah, but he
points you
probably
make are
has
valid.
like
though I confess I'd never
people
given it
under
much
him
thought before.
that rule different
Here,
places.
the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Because
Hold
what?
up. What are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade
Okay.
and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But
What do
I
you
thought
mean?
you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent.
This is very
As for
interesting
how
stuff. I
Volron
hope they don't
factors into
destroy
all
it.
this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Dahnan. 300 years later, we cross paths
But
with Volron,
why?
who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 Sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
This could be
Wait
interesting.
a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you?
They had
The
to.
ceremony can't go
Come
forward
on.
without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions.
Yeah, how about we
Ones that it seems will
move
remain
and
unanswered
find
until we can
answers?
establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dahna,
Yeah,
too.
we said this
Then
20
it's
minutes
decided.
ago.
That's where we need to go.
We said
One
that
of the
20
citizens
minutes ago.
mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city.
Yes.
It could point us in the right direction.
We're
Let's
just
go find it.
making like theories and stuff instead of just checking stuff out. We can totally do. Another cutscene. Normally I like the cutscenes, but they become more
With nobody
stupid.
left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, their sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dahna.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Cannabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I
Well,
think
they
of it,
don't.
aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Dahnans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
Thinking way too much. Let's get the
Feels
answers.
strange
Come
to
on.
imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals?
No.
Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis.
I don't
And
care.
luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dahna, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
No. I'm gonna have to be forced to listen to a whole bunch of nonsense. Find the entrance. Okay, it's a side mission. Then I can do it later if I'm gonna do it at all. Nothing over there, nothing over there. And nothing over here. Alright. Next time we go. Okay.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged.
He's
as
fighting the
other district
Zugu.
we went through.
Or doing something with
The
it.
effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less
Why are you
pronounced
burning the
here.
Zugu?
Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
I guess they're fighting the Zuguls? All those people are the one who I need to speak to. Yeah. Oh, chest. I guess that's all the people I need to speak to get all the information. Sheep
Getting
meat.
pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Nope.
Yep, the sooner the better.
No. I guess I can't cross there. Yeah, I can't. And yes, let's go there. Sorry, old people, I'm gonna speak to you later. Can hear people fighting. Grape gel. They're just staring at the wall. Hey, it's the same guy from before. Probably just a copy-paste NPC, right? Oh.
There's something I just don't get.
What?
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right?
Yes.
In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, who was it then?
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of Cyslodia,
Here we
if
go.
memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
I think there's like
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign,
an
he's
immortal.
never actually shown himself on
Yeah.
Lenegis?
I think
guess
there's
over
like an
Holocom,
immortal
maybe,
sovereign.
but not in the flesh.
And
Same
then
thing
there's
goes for
the
the
sovereign
that
that's
came
gonna
before
win
him.
the contest, and then
Now
that's
that you mention
immortal
I
sovereign
don't recall anyone
takes
ever
the
visiting
power
Lenegis
from
the
that
motherland,
guy.
sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
No, because they're being raised in a
When
certain
you
way.
live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both.
Hmm.
Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about
So
it
let's
then.
go.
Let's get a move on.
Oh, he's saying it now for like 10 minutes. Of us just sitting here speaking to nothing. Oh, same NPC again. This guy, he's walking like he needs to take a shit. That's don't care. Oh, another cutscene?
Doe?
Ah, it's gonna be the girl.
Faria.
Of course.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
Stop.
Why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already.
What are you gonna
Nothing
say?
to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord,
Shut
you
the
still kill?
up.
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Dahnan rock, you haven't changed one bit.
I just don't get it. Why do
But
they
let me
always
tell you,
like answer like
I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim,
what?
what the hell are you saying?
Yeah.
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek,
Oh my
I
god.
will grant you it. But you must wait.
Why
Your
is
sins are
everybody
legion.
such an
Let me finish what I
extremist?
came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
I just don't get it. She was there. One,
Sure,
either she's
that's
lying.
it. Run away like always.
Just
You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else.
one, either she's lying on
You're
purpose.
just a coward.
2, she's blind. 3, she's stupidly blind. Which means she's not physically blind, she just... her brain is not working correctly. Hi. Because he can just say, hey, you have been there, you've seen, I told him stop fighting me. And he kept fighting me, and I had to kill him.
Dohalim.
I
But he's
apologize
not
that you
gonna
had to
say
witness
it.
that.
Because it's gonna create more drama, because... Oh,
Is
you
it
killed
true?
somebody? You
What
killed
she
someone?
said about you killing someone?
What?
Each of us have our past.
After we saw a whole lake of
I
people
am
dying
no
because of
exception.
you? You killed one person?
Before, back in Menancia,
What?
you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The
Yeah,
mistakes
but
I
there,
made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
yeah, but explain
Did you
it.
mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to.
So stupid.
Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
It's like somebody came to
Forgive
kill
me.
you. You
Some
defended
things
yourself
are
by
best
killing
left
him.
unsaid.
Then his family member are angry at you. And now you say, okay, you can kill me because I killed him. But you just defended yourself. What the- Stuff needs to have at least some kind of reason. You can't just make up nonsense for the sake of it. There has to be like some reasoning to it. I'm willing to go ahead. I know anime is stupid. I'm willing to go ahead with it. But give me something to rely on. Come on, don't like make zero sense. Give me something to work with. Everybody needs healing, yes. I gotta say, the city is pretty empty. Like, for how big this is. And all those buildings don't have any doors. They're just cubes. I guess this is supposed to be a door? Tofu. But is he puking? This guy's putting out the fire. Yep. You're crying. Again, this city is very artificial. It doesn't seem like people actually live here. It's just like a bunch of walls to keep me from going places. I feel like there is buildings you can't enter and stuff, just like walls, walls, walls.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
It's not very different.
It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
What?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together.
But then you had to kill one of your
Avakir,
friends.
Faria, and Tarnagan. but that was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of
the
inferiority.
girl is walking away.
And introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir.
Oh, as well as we can just see
It was a
my
time
foot
of great
over
joy.
there.
Four
Now
people
not.
bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing.
Yeah.
Besides,
I guess for them
was
it
that
wasn't
way of
really a
looking at the
choice
world that
because they
laid the
were grown in a
foundations for
certain way.
coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnigan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord.
And he lost.
Tarnigan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
Isn't it kind of interesting that none of the lords had like
What
a family?
happened?
None of them.
Tarnigan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
And he's not gonna tell her.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
Well, if
So
you would
instead you
really
let her go on
explain
hating
it.
you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
Yep.
That's not the same as running away, though.
It
That's
is exactly
worse.
the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now.
Are we going back to that?
The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Oh well.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
Yeah, but he's doing like
I
stupid.
hope you're right.
Again, I don't like when you create drama for the sake of drama, where it doesn't make sense.
Alphen,
I just don't.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
That's it? I was waiting for them to finish. I didn't want to enter like another cutscene while they were speaking. Isn't the guy who watched me like right there? Oh well. Any chests? No. So we're going to the next map.
I see a medic and supply officer over there.
What?
If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Oh, I guess let's rest. Right? Let's rest, cook. Oh, an ice cream. I need to make an ice cream. Because we get a skill for
Whoa,
that.
that came out perfect.
Thank you.
This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And
Pretty
who
su-
made you the food police?
It's the first time.
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh?
I can't suffer them.
Naive, my
I can't suffer their cutscenes. I hate them so much. I can't hear them speak about ice cream. I can't hear them speak about anything. This is why I wanted to do it. Because it was gonna give me this. Okay, let's go. I think it's not one of. It's in the lower rate
Damn
of,
it.
like,
Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
basically she's in the, like somewhere in the low tier
So much for them
characters
not
I've ever
wanting to
seen.
fight.
Like, I had the displeasure of witnessing, whatever you want to call it.
Threats to the city must be erased.
Boom.
Have they been brainwashed too?
Yeah, I'm letting her fight.
If they want to fight, they got one.
And capture them.
Sleep now. I'll be saving this one.
Oh yeah, the lightning thing. She has pretty decent skills. Again, gameplay is okay. Change it to him.
Shut him down.
Boom. What is she doing? Oh, cyclones. Yeah, it's not doing much damage to them. No. And bush. Nice. See, she's doing very good damage.
I'll crush you!
Boom.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
And battle is done.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Yeah, they're floating in space.
Glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
So maybe
someone
now
doesn't want us
Warren.
here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Maybe the Red Woman has the power to, what do you call it? Like, take control over people? Oh, there is the whole... Let's go there first. Because this place is gonna... What the hell is that? What level are you? Oh my god. Maybe the red woman can like mind control people. Right? Oh my god, no way it's another reskin. Come on. We had Brown Wolf. We had Blue Wolf. We had the Purple Wolf. We had Red Wolf. And now we have Green Wolf. And I'm pretty sure I missed one because I only said 5. And this is the 6th wolf we have seen. Ooh, look at the damage he's taking. Oh my god. Yeah, she has a pretty good... I will show you in a second. Oh my god. She does pretty good damage. Yep, capture him. Haha, did you see my avoid? Yep. And... okay, he's dead. I gave her a pretty good accessory, like a very good one. It's level 5. Has a whole bunch of penetration. You can see them there. 60. It's 120 elemental attack, 120 penetration, and a rare drop rate increase.
I'm pretty lucky.
Yep. I'm gonna do this fast because I don't want to lose my buff. Oh no. Level 44.
Discourteous, aren't you?
And boom. I don't know if I can do it. Okay, he's down. Yeah, he doesn't have any other place. Okay. He only has one place. Nice. Stop attacking. I guess he's gonna do the same. He's gonna run after us. Let's stop him. Every time I do the cyclone, I'm trying to shut him down so you can't move. Stop. Sleep. No, don't touch Shion. Well, you can't stop the charge because you don't have anything going on. Yep, stay down. Oh, what the hell is that? All the balls around me. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so lightning is his weakness. But I used the thing. Well, he's gonna die soon anyways. Stop moving. Oh my god. He did 3.2k too long. And done. Yep. Alphen doesn't do any damage. That's the problem.
I felt better, that's for sure.
She does great damage. He does bad damage. Simple as that. Yes, first defeat him, please. Let's go do the two. No, let's defeat him. 1, 2. Yep. Cyclones. Everybody's gonna take damage now. And do the thunder field. Yep. Yep. She does very good damage. Nope, you're not gonna do anything, sir. Oh my god, dude, I'm killing them so fast. No, run away from this. Ah, whatever. This guy, I think the weakness is lighting, right? Ah. And cyclones. Kaboom. Done.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Is it? Dark Mane. I don't know if I need that. What do I need it for? Oh, need to sneeze. I'll just bring you back whenever I'm done clearing everybody here. Okay, so I cleaned most things. You can I cleared the whole map. Took quite a bit. Almost drained my CP. But let's see what's going on next map. It's probably gonna be just another nothing map to clear, and if it is... Oh, cutscene, never mind. Let's see. Oh, it's probably a boss. But wait, I didn't get any restore point.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
The Sovereign will know.
I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Yep. Well,
Alphen.
Go. Do your thing, dude. It's gonna like open sesame. It's gonna open the door. Show your power. Nope. Ah.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
Oh, what's that?
What?
That's a ton of astral energy. Are you gonna boost me to level 80?
Alphen.
She even sounds the same.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
Because she believes in it.
Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Because
Still,
if you
as
have a
Renan,
brain
at
to
least you
think.
got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home.
Why does this sound so strange? It's not me, it's
I
them.
can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that?
Sounds like they're
It's not like I
kissing
have
the
any choice in
microphone
matter
while
anyway.
speaking.
So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people. If we didn't see the humanity in each other.
Just, random.
So I
Again,
suppose the
inspirationally
question you
speaking.
should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
Because you have grown in the same society as everybody else who hasn't treated me the same way.
Maybe they're not like me.
Yeah, that makes you special. That's why he's asking, why
Here's
are
what
you
we'll do.
different?
We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
I'm gonna get the zoomed in on... Okay, never mind. I thought they were going to go from Naori's zoomed in face to Shion zoomed in
What the hell
face.
just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to. She looked exactly like Shion.
Yeah.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
Oh shit. Two things. Either she's gonna feel like
But what did we just
demoralized
witness
now or
exactly? It's too
blushing.
real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
Yep.
But
You
how
did.
is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Why not?
Because
I
it's
didn't
white.
feel it. The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
Yeah, most
So you
likely.
think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a
To a
resemblance.
mirror.
What
Oh.
about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Same.
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those.
Oh, are you okay with like exposing
Reliving
yourself
painful
more?
episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad.
Yeah.
I'd like to liberate them too, if I can.
They're controlled by
It's
the
just another
ruling
reason I
elite.
can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Okay.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp.
Nobody's
After that last
supposed to be
illusion,
here, right?
There's no telling what could happen in here.
Nobody should be able to go in here because it's only a sovereign. Oh, here we go. You ready, kids? If it's not gonna be a water enemy, I'm not gonna use Alphen. I will use the mage girl because she does more damage. And she doesn't have to be close like Alphen. He has to be up close, he has to lose damage. Whole bunch of stuff. Okay. She's mind controlled.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
Yeah.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered
So
outside.
yeah, like I said, she mind controls others. Okay, the darkness must occur. She's gonna spawn in a big boy. Okay. I can already see I need to hit the chest. Or the face, or whatever this thing is.
Summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes.
Mm-hmm. tormented limbs. Yeah, don't move. Stay down, please. Boom. This. Don't move, please. Can you stay still? I don't know which skills to use to make it stay still. Oh my god, it does crazy damage. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did I get sucked in? I think it just teleported to me. Yeah. Can you revive? Not revive, but can you like heal me? Okay, thank you. Law is dead already. Alphen. Nice. I love using Alphen for this. I just bring him in, make him just repair, like take the damage, and that's it. Law is dead again. Why is she dodging into the attacks? Can you stop dodging into the attacks? Yep. It's just too much. Nah, you're not gonna get me, dude. That's why I like this guy. I can stay away from you. Oh yeah, target the chest. Wait, stay still. My cyclones are coming for you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to, every time she does the cyclone, to make him like stay still. Stop, stop. She wanna get close because I have an attack. The delay. No, okay, it doesn't work. And yeah, do your thing. Can you stop trying to get close? You're gonna die. I need to turn off the skill that she does that. I knew you were coming, my dude. I saw it. Yep. Okay, so when he's like this. Up. Okay, when he's like this, he does it 2 times. He doesn't teleport once, he teleports twice. Ah, go away. Nice. I got the thing. Nice. See, I got him. Now she's going to do the attack. Oh my god, that was a critical hit. Now do this. 1, 2. Oh, the lighting. Its weakness. I don't know what its weakness is. It's just. I haven't seen. Oh, critical. I'm trying to see what the skill weakness is to use the skill more, but I tried to dodge. It's too late. Can stun. Shoot. What the hell are you doing? Okay, now when he's gonna try to move, do this, shut him down. Very nice. Okay, it seems like he's weak to darkness. And it didn't work. Nope. He keeps trying to get me. Sorry, Brewski. Oh my god, the delay for the dodging. Stay down. Almost done.
Where are you going?
It's much easier at her, to be honest with you. It's much easier at her. That
This ends now.
I didn't use anything. If I was with Alphen, I would have to use so many stuff. And this was an auto, yes? I didn't even play. I just used the skills and, you know,
Now it's just her.
some decisions.
Faria, can you hear me? Faria.
She's preparing another summoning.
Hmm.
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
So how about you don't stand still and knock her out? Or do that. That's also...
Forgive me.
Yeah, okay. Now, why didn't you do that the first time? I mean, I know why, because we need to fight the boss. Brain-wise?
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Hmm.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
Yeah, if it's like the same things, it's gonna
We're
take
not even
time
supposed to be in here.
until she's
Maybe
back
it'd
to
be better
normal.
if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out.
Isn't
I
this
overheard
supposed
what
to be
you
a
said about
forbidden zone
Target,
for
about how he
sovereigns
really
only?
died.
Now everybody
I'm
can
sorry,
enter and
I had
end
no idea.
just like
And you
that.
believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't trust him, but okay. I really don't.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back.
But
And
you
the same
didn't.
goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones if it wasn't for me.
Yes,
You're
but tons of
Kelzelik
people,
was the one who killed my brother.
tons of
under
people would
orders
have
from
their loved
Almeidrea.
ones if
As
you
for
didn't
Tarnigan,
become the
If
leader.
it weren't for the
the
crown
Lord.
contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed.
No,
Rid
this
society
tarnished
of this
something
blood
guy,
is
he
really
died
the
because of
only way I
himself.
know
He
how to atone for
he
my
couldn't
sins.
accept defeat. That's why he died.
You can't atone, Dohalim.
They don't need to blame the
I know it hurts to hear.
whatever she says, the
But those
government,
people are
something,
dead.
the patriarchy,
No
whatever
amount
she
of
said.
soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
Nope,
No,
you move on
the
because you
opposite,
can't do
in
anything
fact.
about that.
You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living.
And you try
Not
to
for
do
those
better.
already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Mhm.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
You can't
That's
fix the
right.
problem if you
You
did
have
something.
to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Yeah,
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
she just hit
Glad to
her.
be of service.
She did nothing much.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
Calm
did
down.
much
Okay,
for her
we
as well.
need to...
I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right?
We need to
move
revive or
on.
whatever. I just hope we get to some place we can revive or do something, right? What? You feeling the energy?
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
Okay, let's go.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Oh, another memory. Let's go. Oh. Are we slowly gonna get like flashbacks to what he did? What?
There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's
From
almost like
Danan.
it's alive.
Dana. Oh, she's gonna see the whole suffering and people dying now? Oh, thorns. What is that? Oh no, please don't be what I think it's gonna be. I hate those kind of levels. Thorns. Nani? This is becoming like strange. What? Okay. Something happened. And I guess now it's gonna stop. Yep. Oh well.
That was
Oh,
the
look at her, how
spirit
she's
channeling
scared she
Pheromone
is.
just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... Like the whole world was seconds from...
Being destroyed?
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
Well, he also got like a
So, everything we
a
just
serving
saw,
of something bad, right?
those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
Maybe. I
That is the
believe
case. We just found the
it's
missing
not
link
as
between your
simple.
thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
So they did the same thing they did.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its
Okay.
own form of sentience.
So what I think they did The reason why nobody goes to Rena anymore is because there are no more people over there. They did the same thing they do to the Dena right now, they do to the Renans. So there are no people left, or maybe they're still slaves.
More of a feeling. Just
And
like
when
the
they
will of
suck
Dana.
up the whole planet, yes, the will of Dana, they sucked up the whole planet, then it created the thorns.
And if that's what's been showing us these visions, I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving.
Yep.
If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Yeah, of course. This is the interesting part of the story.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
Let's go.
I'm
It's
sorry
just
about what I
that.
said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, Luffy. Don't worry about this.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes.
It's not me.
And their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
Now it's me? No, still not.
Soon.
Okay, more
I
speaking.
Very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns, as well as my own past.
Again, the music is getting much louder than the voice.
Be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
Turn back to time. Okay, so this is like, that's it. This is the end. Yeah, I
I'm
prefer.
determined to save Shion and
Yeah.
Dana. Nothing I learned can change that.
I feel pretty good with that. I mean, I'm pretty much done with everything you can do back there. I just need to rest, but I'm pretty much done. Right? Yep. Nothing here.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there.
Why?
Curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right?
I can't move.
Sure. We can check it out.
Okay, there are a bunch of stuff to do here. Are we gonna get flashback?
Looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted
Why
away
is
in
this
the Forbidden
empty?
Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Everything
Might give us a
should
new lead.
looks deserted here. But for a Forbidden Zone, it's pretty much like everybody comes and goes. All the randoms. Any stuff in the end. I can't move. Okay, I can. No, nothing. Okay. Let's talk to the thing and see whatever it has to say. Oh, you can actually get stuck on the tubes. Yes.
I think I can make this work.
Go ahead. Aha. Words I understand.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Danan. Codename Sovereign.
Okay.
Sovereign.
Yeah,
Wait,
Sovereign.
there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Course.
Okay.
With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
Yeah, I would sit here and read a bit more
About
before
the
I go.
Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
Keep running into
What
the
about the
table
Sovereign?
accident.
Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Of course, read it.
Read it.
Yeah.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait. I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
Why is he surprised? We knew it was the...
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Yeah, you knew that.
Alphen.
It's fine, really.
He was complaining about how many stuff they did to him in the lab.
Test subject number 10105.
Volran.
Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volran.
Yeah, it was obvious.
Volran? But that means...
Yep.
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
Mm-hmm.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volran are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
What?
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
They're probably used as material or something.
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest.
Yeah.
It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
I love how you know all of that just from reading a whole bunch of experiments
Even supposing that's
records.
true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
Okay.
The Red Woman?
She's just a toy for someone else.
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme.
Mm-hmm.
She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
We have to go there. We have to. There's
Either
so
way,
much to see.
It's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
I
Not
mean,
that
they
I
all
can
look like
see.
the same letters.
Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately.
Oh, there is every information besides that. How
I've
convenient.
barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I bet we can read some, right?
I'll do that.
I don't know if I want to. I want to, but I don't want to
So
start
this
reading
is where Alphen became the Sovereign,
walls of text.
and Volran as well. The significance...
Yeah. No.
This location would suggest.
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them.
I guess I can read them all.
Information.
Sovereign, the Maiden. I kind of got the explanation. I guess maybe I'm going to read it. Just because probably at the ending there's going to be like a very, very confusing ending, which I'm not going to get if I don't read all of them. This area will be shut down as the project proceeds to the final phase. It's showing Lenegis structures. You can see pipes. It's showing this room equipment has been in use for a long time. What's the next one? Sedative mask. A device covering the wearer's whole face that restricts their mental activity. It was developed for the purpose of pacifying prisoners. Medical applications are also recognized, particularly as a means of preventing patients from sustaining mental trauma. However, doing so is not recommended as prolonged use of the device carries risk of inducing a number of adverse side effects. Due to loss of production facilities inquiring from a partial destruction of Lenegis, additional devices will no longer be manufactured. I guess that's the mask we saw in Volrum's place. After receiving reports of a robust new form of fruit emerging in Dana's water realm, a study was commissioned to investigate the matter in depth. The system is unique in that it elevates only the Lord as the supreme authority, while relegating both Renans and Danans alike to enslavement. This subject, that is Vorin, serves as the realm's current lord and has achieved this without the use of any special powers, drugs, or special devices. Rather, it has been done by sheer governance. Given this method's effectivity at population control, monitoring the situation will continue. Collapse of cognitive facilities via extreme mental regression rooted in violence and fear has proven to be key to this style of rule. Once a subject loses its autonomy, they become desensitized to fear and subsequently cease to prioritize even their own personal safety. Though such states sneeze. Oh my god. Though such a state is ill-suited for commanding officers, it remains an effective way to cultivate disposable infantry and slaves for manual labor. Soldiers in Lenegis who have undergone these treatments will be asked to secure classified sectors as a trial. The result will be monitored. Okay. So this is basically Volron's place. Don't know what's gonna be. A large-scale astral energy converter that primarily converts the elemental composites of Dana's astral energy and transmits it to Rena. Activation and control of astral energy conversion is achieved by placing the Sovereign, a Maiden, and the Rena's Alma within the central core of Lenegis. It is comprised of classified and essential personnel residence zones around a large conduit, along with the defensive layers surrounding them. This outer layer is deployed upon activation, unlocking the central conduit while simultaneously, I can't say this word, it's hard for me, functioning as a stabilizing mechanism. Due to its design, deployment of the outer layer is expected to cause damage to residential zones. However, because that only takes place during the final stages of the spirit channeling ceremony, no contingency plan to address said damage is needed. Until that phase, Lenegis serves as the central base of operation for the management and execution of the crown contests on Dana. Warning: any personnel with level 3 authority or lower is strictly forbidden from the classified zone. Any violator will be immediately executed. it's kind of like going around the thing to explain a bit more what this place is for, but I guess it's being saved for the ending, right? A massive spirit vessel placed on Dana for the spirit channeling ceremony. It serves as the tip of Lenegis' conduit, from which it separates. Upon landing in Dana's water, it extends 2 sets of conduit pathways. The vertical pathways connect to the center of Dana. Meanwhile, the horizontal pathways proceed to envelop the entire surface of Dana. Once activated, it links to the biological spirit vessels placed in each realm, efficiently harvesting the planet's astral energy en masse. The accumulated energy is then transmitted to Rena via Lenegis. Because the construction and adjustment takes place in the Forbidden Zone, Lenegis' outer layer must be deployed prior to launch. Intended to function as semi-autonomously, only maintenance personnel are expected to manually interface with it when necessary. No other personnel is required for it to function. Detachable Harvest 1 was lost on Dana after exploding due to the rampancy exhibited by the Sovereign. What? Detachable Harvester 2 landing point will remain the same as that of the previous model. This is due to the explosion of the previous model, which altered the planetary topography, enabling easier connection to the center of Dana. So this already happened. They already did the wedge into Dana, and they already... A Sovereign, which I guess wasn't us, destroyed it, and then they wanna send the second one in there also, which they did, and then we destroyed. That's the only explanation. The other explanation is this place wasn't abandoned for 300 years. Master Cores. They are instruments of power containing astral energy that belongs to one of the 6 elements. 5 of these Master Cores, those with earth, water, fire, wind, and light, are loaned to Renan Lords at the time of the Crown Contest. Only the Dark Master Core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone until the Renas Alma is ready to be reformed. Its existence is kept top secret. Underneath the Master Core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystallized, used for the purpose of astral energy containment and stabilization. Inside the force field, astral energy is stored in a dormant state. For the duration of their tenure, each Lord competes in the Crown Contest to amass their allotted type of astral energy. In the event of emergency, each Lord may be allowed to withdraw from their respective stocks of astral energy as necessary. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their individual strength. Design flaws have been discovered. Be advised that active Master Cores may resonate with other Master Cores located in close proximity and become unstable. Due to successful regeneration of the Renas Alma, Master Cores will cease to be deployed and the Crown Contest will be permanently halted. Spirit Core and terminal use for the collection of astral energy. When embedded in the biological subject, it establishes a connection through its body. These connections are used to amass astral energy generated from physical activities, which is then emitted from the... Oh! So they have to work physically. That's why they are slaves. Because this emitted energy is prone to diffuse, the host must be placed within range of a spirit vessel for the energy to be collected. This means Danans must be employed to harvest astral energy for the purpose of the Crown Contest. Given the difficulty in producing them, it is advised that the spirit cores retrieved from the host embodies and reused upon their death. Spirit cores can also be embedded in Zuguls to control them. Increased physical load on a host body tends to produce increased astral energy emissions. Final confirmation of ideal work to impose on host body without inducing death from maximum astral yields is still pending. Okay, but isn't it better to just use the fruit, the Helgen fruit. Right? Lords. Each crown contest, 5 of the best qualified members of the Renan populace are chosen to act as lords. During their tenure, they are granted level 3 authority as well as one of the 5 elements corresponding to its master core. They are also assigned an ID crest indicating their designated element. The selection process is based only on astral artistry and physically and mental aptitude. Other variables such as age have no bearing. Because only the strongest go on to become lords, the position itself does not inherently make the individual any stronger. It should be noted, however, that lords are not the only individuals capable of drawing out a Master Core's power. All Renan must take part in the selection process, and acceptance of the position is mandatory. It is not allowed for those deemed suitable to decline. Furthermore, in the event that an acting lord is incapacitated and can no longer serve in the position, a replacement must be quickly prepared. So why didn't you send people to... Oh wait, because this was 300 years ago. If everything is following correctly. The following report is on the second successful case of Sovereign test subject. Volran. Although the subject possesses high latent potential, it exhibits significant mental instability, along with strong distaste for following orders. As such, the risk it possesses surpasses even those of the last successful subject, itself a failure, and therefore considerate for disposal. This is the first successful case in 300 years. Previously mentioned risk factors are now mitigated due to stabilized control protocols. Subject is evaluated under the assumption that Plan 2 will proceed and be dispatched to Dana under the guise of serving as a lord. Oh. Okay, so that's what they do to him. The Sovereign acts as Lenegis' central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority. Oh my god, yeah. The Sovereign only has level 2, so there's level 1. A Dana subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, the ideal candidate possesses equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within the real-world conditions. As a result, most subjects die during the adjustment period. And stability is not still guaranteed for those who survive it. This instability, coupled with the Sovereign's power of astral manipulation, pose high risk to the security of Lenegis if left unchecked. As such, stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit channeling ceremony. No effective alternative methods to perform the ceremony have been found. Trials on Denan subjects are authorized to continue. Unit 2 adjustment are successful. Subsequent adjustment are now to be put on hold while extended super observation takes place. Maiden. The Maiden acts as the Sovereign support mechanism for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and ID crest. A Renan subject serves as its functions, providing the Sovereign with the supplemental dark astral it lacks in tandem with the Rena's Alma. During the ceremony, it is partially responsible for the astral energy conversion, as well as maintaining the stability over the Sovereign's own power. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign has been observed to positively impact the level of stability. Aha, that's why they want them to be friends. Because of this, the trial activations of the Sovereign without the Maiden present are expressly forbidden. Because of this, the trial activation... Okay, so they don't want them to try this on their own, just when supervised. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the Maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plan. Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign rampancy. Countermeasures must be considered. Oh, because I went crazy. Well, he went crazy because Nayori was crazy. Well, it makes sense. He has like 5 elements, she has 1 element, and together they create like whatever they want to do. In line with plan adjustments, the current subject will have its maiden registration revoked and be returned to its original household. Oh. So Nayori went home like no problem, nothing done. I read all of that. Okay. Damn. I might put down like a thing you can skip to this. You can skip this whole dialogue if you don't care for it. I mean, it was kind of interesting. Some of it was useless, but some of it was interesting. Is there anything here? Just a chest. What do you have? Life bottles. What is it gonna say? Yeah. Nothing interesting. What's over here? Just a chest again. I mean, this is where we were last time we were here on the flashback. Nothing to read. You see lots of numbers. Don't care. Anything else I can read? I think that's the end. Okay. Well, let's go. On to the next one. Oh, memory. Let's go. Boom. Is this the masks that we're talking about?
Nayori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill.
What's your duty?
I'm sorry for what you've endured. Rena never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further.
Oh.
Let yourself go to sleep.
Yeah, but it's...
This should help with the pain.
It's not a good mask. And... Night night.
Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Bye-bye. And boom. We fell asleep.
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode.
She accidentally...
The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system.
Yeah?
But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it.
So she said 10% YOLO.
I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance...
So long-term hibernation in 300 years?
I hope it's enough.
The 300 years? Crank it more. Do like...
Live for me,
3,000 years. Isn't it interesting to you what would happen? Like, you think your life, which is like about 80 years in average, right? And
That
then
vision.
take it to 300,
It must have been from when Nayori
500,
helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
1,000. How much stuff could
She
change?
sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
10% chance, but yes.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
Why are you saying
She
she's
kept her
dead?
promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a
I
malevolent
still
force,
don't believe she's dead.
then I owe it to her to carry on her fight.
Oh, maybe she's the Red
Naori was the
Woman.
one who put that mask on me.
Hmm.
Made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart.
Yeah, let's let him finish.
She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Sit. Okay. She might actually be the Red Woman when I think about it. She also went crazy, like she was unstable as they said. Then they took her and made her like a puppet or something. Could be the thing, right? Nothing here? Okay. Other side. Oh, there is something. Hello. What's in here? Heavy treat. Thank you very much. Always gonna take it. It is great. She kind of have the same haircut. Kind of.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
This is where they do the ceremony. Ceremony. Ceremony.
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony.
I'm waiting for somebody to speak behind them.
This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
Mm-hmm.
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
What are you doing? There's no Renis Alma there, no nothing. Just touching for the sake of it?
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony.
It's been 300 years.
That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
Okay.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told.
I guess you still don't know it?
They linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks.
And you were there to
That
support.
day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power.
Control it, make sure
I was meant to guide it forth.
everything is cool.
And give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
Yes. Everything be happening what?
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me.
Oh, the thorns.
But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done.
No, more could have been killed if what you say is true. You prevented more people from dying because of
With
what
the
you did.
destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how.
So, what did you do?
Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first.
Assuming, that's nice of you to assume that.
With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be.
To be
The Renis
or
Alma
not
was
to be?
lost, and Alphen the Sovereign was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed
What?
for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well.
Okay.
Please,
Alright.
forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
If what she says
Wait,
is true,
you can't just...
then she really did the best she could. She couldn't have done like anything different.
Naori.
I mean,
That message just now.
obviously she could have just
Was it
not done the
directly
thing
from
in the
Naori?
first place, but she
Or
didn't know. She
was
was,
it the
again,
Danan voice
raised to think this is the
speaking
good
through
thing.
her?
Pam, pa, pam, pa, pam.
What?
Why is your hair short again?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
I guess I unlocked
That's
it.
right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
That's
And they appeared
convenient.
now because...
The red woman is
Naori
right
must
behind
have
you.
left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
Maybe?
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
I don't like they're telling you what to think. I mean,
Locating the Renis
I don't
Alma
think
would allow
I'm
us
dumb.
to neutralize the dark astral energy
I
inside
wouldn't get
Xion,
this if they didn't tell
thereby
me.
silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign.
You don't have an Renis Alma.
Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Xion.
Dum,
It's
ta-dum.
possible? You really think so?
Now I need the music.
We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again.
It failed
We
because
should
she
take
did it
care
on
not to be
purpose.
too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
She said she made it fail on purpose because she saw the future.
It's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it.
Oh, you can
Just hearing
Think about
there's
it.
the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but
Do not want to
still.
die?
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Brinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
My pizza's getting cold over there.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Rennis Alma.
Hunt the red woman.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, it's just easy.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
Yeah, now
I
we just
too
find
shall
a
lend my
rock
services. My
in a
knowledge
planet.
of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
I'm just waiting for the happiness to be cut by a boss.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion.
I can't. We're all
included.
in this together. Oh, there's a fly.
Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori.
Seriously, no boss? Wow.
So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories.
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
That's kind of seem interesting. Now I want to sleep for 300 years.
But once they're gone, we can finally put
I
an
mean,
end to all this.
I'm just thinking, how
When my
many
thorns
games
are
do I have
gone,
to play if I
never
miss
dared to dream
300
that
years?
such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is,
Damn.
I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen?
Yeah, you can
I'm so
believe it
scared
doesn't
of
mean
getting
it
my
will.
hopes up.
Oh, so
what if it
don't.
doesn't work out in the end? And
So don't believe.
That's not going to happen.
Oh my god.
I'm
don't-
here to make sure it won't.
Yeah,
Forget fate or destiny or anything else.
sure.
We're going to live
You can change physics.
a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
yeah, you're right.
So,
It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead, and it's for my sake, so I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
okay. I mean, this is okay. I have a whole bunch of SP which I'm gonna unlock later on. Oh, I got a sword. I got this, she got the dress, I got this dress. Yeah. I guess it's just outfits, right? Yeah, keep it that one. Nah, I like this one more. Copper. Yeah, this one looks better than this one. Don't know. But I know equipment. Aha. Yeah, this one I had before. This what I have now. Good. I have this one. Oh, nice. So they gave me a whole bunch of equipment. Yep. Let's change back to how you were. I don't like the short hair. Oh my god, look how many stuff. Ooh. Damn. Let's do the red one, why not? And sure, keep the dress. Okay. I still need to rest, if you don't mind. Okay, it does nothing now. I need to go to the right, over there. Yes. Oh, come on, you can't go jumping. Are you gonna let me rest now? Who knows? Is there a place to teleport if I go back to rest? Nope. Not for a very long time. Okay, let's continue then. Because I can't rest. I have to go all the way back to the city and come back on foot. Yes. Why everything looks like a plant?
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
No, because there's no regen thingy.
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
Nah, it's not gonna be a boss. If it is, you sneaky. But nah. They place respawn points near everything.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Nothing. Go. Open the gate. Let's go in. Okay, now there is. Okay. So it is gonna be a boss. I thought they would just, like, through the door it was gonna be straight cutscene and then a fight. Okay. Let us see.
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Where's the maiden?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right.
Oh yeah, we brought the maiden right into to him.
Powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Red Woman?
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
No way, we already in the ceremony. This is supposed to be a
That's what caused
twice as long.
Transformation. And the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know.
What do you mean, to
Whatever it
replace
is,
the
I'll bet it's
maiden, no?
connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now,
I love how he just does like a
most of all.
speech and everything instead of just grabbing it and running and just waiting.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
Yep.
The Red Woman!
If only you did it 10 seconds
So we
ago.
finally found you. I have a lot of
She's
questions
gonna
for
spawn
you.
right in front of you.
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
Cause it's a doll. Mm-hmm.
What is this?
What level is it gonna be? 45? 46?
Can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
Most likely. I guess you don't speak English? 48. Mein Gott.
Particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
I still don't know what your weakness is. Well, I don't do much damage. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I should have farmed a bit more. Nah, up, dodge that. Nice. What the hell? Why is she... That's why I hate when she does the close distance thing. She just keeps getting closer and closer. What? What the hell killed me? Oh my god.
Tectonic fission.
Yep. Can you stop? And 1, 2. I don't know what to do. Like, do I have to fight only one? Don't go over there. And break his face. Well, he's dead already. Destroy you. I guess I'm gonna need a whole bunch of time. Okay, if there's gonna be something interesting, I'll bring you back. If there is not, then I don't know. You will stay and hear me ramble or something. Okay. Well, I love how the dodge is delayed, but sometimes it like doesn't do any damage to me, and sometimes it does. That's the dumbest AI I've ever seen.
Consider yourself finished.
Can you revive? No. Oh my god.
Fighting is useless now.
You're funny. Second phase.
Really over?
No. 0% chance.
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve.
What a surprise. That's why I'm lucky I didn't use almost anything.
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
Another, yes, it's
worried there.
just a doll. Yeah, grab it. Come on. I don't get the whole. Yeah, I don't get the whole like, stuff like that. Just grab it and go. I wouldn't wait. Bye bye. If it was, I would even stab him just to make sure.
Damn it! He's awake.
Yeah, but he's changed.
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Oh my god.
It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me
Why are you
down.
even speaking to him?
Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
Why are you even speaking with each other? It's not gonna do anything.
Obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think?
Why did you wait?
Really think that such a petty
Why
device could
did
hold
you wait?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
I guess Volron is also a Danon.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danon.
Yeah,
Then there
they
were the
said
records
so.
we found in the library for you and Volron. They were
Because
logged
the Danon
300
bring
years
the
apart.
elements that the Renan doesn't
data
have.
they took from you was exactly the same, which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us.
He's gonna say, I'm not a slave. I've been
Volron.
chosen by the gods.
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana have meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters.
Again, music here, voice here. Like,
I will
what
stand
balance,
for all
please?
others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
What a surprise.
A red woman.
Another one?
It's a
Give your
doll.
master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Well, here we go.
Don't do it!
Yeah, say it. Say don't. That's what's gonna help. Oh my god, it's almost like I said, just take it. And this is gonna lead us to 40 more hours of different colors of wolves and monkeys and the explodey things. That's the... I hate when you do this kind of stories. Come on. Why are you in shock? He can make bridges. Why is everybody in shock like this? This guy makes bridges below me. This guy. Dohalim. He makes bridges. I get what they're trying to do here, that you don't need to make this like a whole epic moment. This guy just makes bridges. It was kind of funny to see if she's gonna fall actually now. Yep.
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
And we got another edgelord just being annoying.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything.
Yep.
Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I
am annoying.
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
Nah.
Hope.
Nope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers and Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renasalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
Who knows? Let's
so
go.
This thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
Again, perhaps we don't know.
They have the Renaissama in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
Let's go.
But seriously, I was not expecting Voron to actually be here.
45.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
He just wants revenge. Oh, I can't teleport. Okay. Okay. I think we're back, right? It showed me the quest is here. Yep. Here we go.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden
And
Zone?
no more power.
Doe?
You two.
No, wait.
Faria,
He explained to
Avakir.
her.
Thank goodness you're safe.
Now you promised she can
Avakir
kill you.
filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing. So she really was being controlled.
Yeah, of course.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
It makes so much difference.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
I don't
So
care.
I can see.
I have
It's
my
the
own
city's
mission,
core
that's your
reactor.
problem.
It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration still a way off.
Is there like
You're
no
an elite
government in
technician,
this
though.
space?
You can fix it,
Nobody?
right?
Yeah, but I can't get close to it
If
because the
so, then what's
Zuguls.
the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Yeah, but I told you, don't
Suffice
ask
it to
questions.
say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
It's not
There's no
blasphemy,
time to
that's the
explain that.
truth.
It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
With fists.
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
It's not gonna happen this
At
easily.
ease. Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust.
From
That's
this
it.
guy.
Who's the highest ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Probably him.
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then.
Yep.
Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
So he's gonna speak to the people?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Well, you get nighttime, you can go to sleep.
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind.
Yes.
You are Lenegis, not the lords and sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds
Okay, so he's trying to sneak in a bit of his like speech.
put our hearts and minds together and stand as one. I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among
And now somehow from community that is only made by ranks and castes, now they're gonna be whoop, 180. Oh, let's love everybody. Yeah. And everything is back.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks
Yeah,
like
what
the
a
city won't be
surprise.
descending into chaos after all.
Who could see that coming, right?
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier about the Sovereign possibly not even existing. Was it true?
Yeah, maybe.
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been.
Why
I
not?
can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society. How can we live without someone to guide us?
It's called having a brain.
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I don't think he wants to. Oh, he
I
wants
have
to?
business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return.
Okay, so he does want to.
But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in
Okay.
which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things.
Character.
Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
That's a
When I
very,
bumped into
very
you
bad
after all
thing.
those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnagain's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
It's always like I'm being quiet because I want to get into the scene, but there is
I
always
guess
like
you're not going to make it to
you
Menancia
almost
for the foreseeable
in the
future,
scene
huh?
and something ruins it. Like I don't know,
Indeed.
something. Just
Forgive me.
the pacing, the animation of the characters,
The people of Eldomencia
dialogue,
can look after
just
themselves
something.
just
I'm always
fine.
so
It's the
close
ones
to it.
here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
Mm-hmm.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you?
She's gonna come with you whenever this is over. Don't worry.
With
Oh
or
wait,
without
no.
her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes.
She wants to go to the other place.
We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Let's go. Ay. Oh, Renan leader.
Looks
Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't
Looks
have done
like
it
they
without
can.
your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
Whoop. I'm jumping on the kid's head. Hey there, fellow kids. Damn, the kids are pretty big, or the faces are pretty big, right? Anyway, give me a second to take over the skill panel. I'll be back.